Hello everybody, I'm Sharon from Sharon's Crochet Design, and today we are going to do a tutorial on a triangle prayer shawl. I've done a rectangle prayer shawl. This is a very simple, easy, quick, and inexpensive shawl to make, prayer shawl. It's a different pattern, of course, from the rectangle one that I did on my video. And I think you'll find that it goes very, very quickly. The yarn is not expensive to get, so you can, do one up pretty inexpensively. This one measures, I can't get the whole thing in the frame, but it measures about 50 inches across and about 24 inches from the top to the tip. So it's not a big shawl. It's not a real big shawl, but I just used one cake of yarn to do this. You can, with this pattern, you can increase it and make it larger if you want. So you could get 2 cakes and use all of 2 cakes or a cake and a half or whatever you wanted to do if you wanted it to be bigger. You could use a different weight of yarn. Of course, you'd have to go with the gauge, the crochet hook recommendation for that. And the size, of course, would be different. But this is the one I did. The colors are just beautiful. And for the one I've completed, we're going to do a totally different color scheme on the tutorial that we're going to do today. So let's put this aside and get started with our supplies. So what we used for the other one that we did was it was called Cupcake by Lion Brand, and it is 590 yards. It is a number 3 weight yarn that we use for it, and this one cake does one shawl, the size of 50 inches approximately by 24 inches. It did not leave enough yarn to do any tassels. If you wanted to do tassels, you could make it smaller, or like I said, you could make it bigger and of course put tassels on yours. They're kind of really cute. So, but this is the one I used for the brighter colors that I showed you. Today for the tutorial, we are going to use a Lion Brand yarn mandala, and it again is a number 3 weight. It's 590 yards, exactly the same as the other one. And the colors of this are more of a fall-ish or colors, totally different from the one that we did, but I think this one is going to turn out to be beautiful as well. So that is the yarn choice for today. We will be using a 5mm crochet hook, 5mm crochet hook, a darning needle, embroidery needle, and of course a pair of scissors. Not many supplies for this. I didn't use a stitch marker for mine. You can if you want to. I did not use a stitch marker for mine. So, and like I said, you can use 2 skeins, 2 cakes, and make it larger. You can put, if you make it, use 2 cakes, you can put tassels on it if you want. You can use a different weight. It's just going to change the size, and you'll have to change the hook, the hook size with that. So just keep those things in mind. But this is a very, very fast, quick, easy, zone in front of the TV kind of pattern. You don't have to do any thinking. It's a repeat. Once you get that one row, then it's just repeat rows back and forth. Real easy to do. It's a granny stitch project, so it's just really easy to do. So gather your supplies and we'll come back together and get into this project. Okay, I wanted to give you the colors of these yarns. This is the one that is the Cupcake by Lion Brand, and it's these beautiful colors. This color is called Sea Breeze. So if you wanted to do yours in this same color, that is the color choice you would look for in the Lion Brand Cupcake. And the color is Sea Breeze. So that's that one. And then for the one with the more fall colors, it's a mandala, Lion Brand again, mandala yarn. And this color is called Banshee. So just wanted to give you that information. So if you like one of these colors, you know what name to look for. This is the color Banshee for this one. So let's get started with the project. Okay, let's get started on our prayer shawl. Now, as with my other prayer shawl and all the prayer shawls that I do, I pray over the yarn before I start the project. If I know who I'm making it for, then I pray specifically for that person, that when they receive it, they will feel God's love and strength and comfort with them. If I don't know who it's going to, that's okay, because God does. I still pray over it and ask that the person that receives this shawl will feel his love and comfort with them as they put this shawl around them. So let's get started with this project. So with this project, it's a granny square pattern. So we're going to start with a magic circle. And to do that, you're going to hold your yarn, wrap it over your fingers, cross it over. This is how I do it. I'm not telling you this is how you have to do it. It's just how I do it. I go under, over, snag that yarn, pull it, twist it, snag that yarn in the back, and there is your magic circle. Now we're going to start this with a chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will count as a double crochet and a chain 1. You will start each row with a chain of 4, which will be your double crochet and a chain 1. Now inside this magic circle, excuse me, you're going to do 3 double crochets. With this dark yarn, I kind of lost it in my eyes a little bit. Bear with me, guys. So you're going to do 3 double crochets. So that's 1, 2, and 3. You're going to chain 2, do 3 more double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Now this is going to be where your peak is. So as you saw in the pattern in the finished shawl, it ends up with a point at the bottom. So this is what's going to represent your point. So the center of each row that you do, you're going to be doing 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets, and that's what's going to keep your point going, or your and there, your point there. So then you're going to chain 1, and you're going to do a double crochet, and then you are going to turn your work. And now at the beginning of each row, it's going to start with a chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I said, that's going to represent your 3 double crochets, a double crochet, and your chain 1. Now in this first, well, let me see, we didn't pull this tight. I skipped a step. Sorry. I know you caught me on that. So pull that tight. You're not closing up your ring, of course, your magic ring. This is going to be the very top of your shawl. We'll fasten that off later. So in this very first chain 1 space, you're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. you're going to chain 1. Then in this point, in this center, again, like I said, you're going to do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. Chain 2, 1, 2, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. That's your point. That gives you your point. We're going to chain 1. Then we're going to come over to this last chain 1 space, and that's where you had your chain 4, which is a double crochet plus a chain 1. So that's why it's considered your chain 1 space. So you're going to inside in there, you're going to again do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3. We're going to chain 1. Now, in this chain 4 that you did, you have your 3 chains, which was your double crochet. Then this last chain is considered your chain 1. Inside this, in the top of this chain 3, which would be the top of the double crochet, you are going to do a double crochet, 1 double crochet. And then you can see this just starts the pattern for this, the base for this entire pattern. It's very, very simple, very easy. We will weave this in at the end. So don't worry about that right now. So again, let's do another row. We're going back and forth, so it is a row. We're not doing this in a round. They are done in rows. So again, to start each one off, each row off, you're going to chain 4. It's going to be your double crochet plus your chain 1. Turn your work. Then in this very first chain 1 space, which was the last chain 1 that you did before you ended this row here, you're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. You're going to chain 1. Then in your next chain 1 space, remember, chain 1 space is just 3 double crochets. Your chain 2 space will be a set of 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets. So this is your chain 1 space. You're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 1. The next chain 1 space, you're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. And here we come to your tip, your corner, your peak, whatever you want to call it. You're going to do your set of 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 2. This yarn is just wanting to not cooperate a whole lot this morning. 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. In this next chain 1 space, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. In this last chain 1 space, again, you're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 1. Then this is where you are going to find your, sorry, it's getting a little, there we go. You're going to find the top of what would be your double crochet. So this last, you've got 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last one is considered your chain 1, and that's where your double crochets are in. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3. So you're going to want to, in the top of what would be your double crochet, you are going to do 1 double crochet, and that ends that row. So that's simple. It's that easy. Just a very, very easy, simple repeat project. Let's do one more row. We're going to chain again 4, 2, 3, 4. Turn your work. In this very first chain 1 space, you're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to chain 1. In this next chain 1 space, again, you're going to do 3 double crochets. 2, 3, chain 1. And you see how it grows? It just grows with each row. The next chain 1 space, you're going to again do 3 double crochets. 2, 3, chain 1. Then you've come to your peak again, the point. This is what's going to be your bottom point of your shawl. So in that, we are going to do our 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 2 this time. Every time in this peak, you're going to chain 2, and then another set of 3 double crochets. Then you're going to come on down, continue down this other side. You're going to chain 1. In the next chain 1 space, you're going to do 3 double crochets. 2, 3, chain 1. The next one again, 1, 2, 3, chain 1. The last chain 1 space, which is where you had your chain 4. Again, you're going to do 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, and then in this last double crochet we're going to be doing it again in the top of that chain 3. It was a chain 4, but we're going to be doing it in the chain 3, which would be the top of the double crochet. So go ahead and do your double crochet in there, and that finishes that row. So let's do one more row, and then I will turn you loose until you get to the end of the desired size, and we will continue from there. So chain 4, 2, 3, 4, turn your work. In this very first chain 1 space, do 3 double crochets. Chain 1, 3 double crochets. So see, this is just a pattern repeat. You don't have to count. You don't have to really think about it. That's why it's great for sitting in front of the TV, because you just really don't have to think about it. When you get to a chain 1 space, you're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 1, go to the next chain 1 space, 3 double crochets, and then when you get to the peak, or the top of the triangle, or it'll be the bottom of the triangle, however you want to look at it, you're going to do a set of 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. So 3 double crochets, chain 1. So here we come to this peak again. So do your 3 double crochets, 2, 3, chain 2, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 1, and then we're going to go back down the other side. And it's that easy. This pattern is just very simple. That's what I love about the granny square patterns. They're just very easy to do, very quick, very fast, and this makes a beautiful triangle shawl. Like I said, the finished size, if you do 1 cake, is about approximately 50 inches by 24 inches. You can make it larger than that by using 2 skeins. You could put tassels on it if you want to, the 2 corners and the tip. You could do it however you want. You could also do a larger weight of yarn. It'll just make it bigger. Just use the appropriate hook size that's called for. Chain 1, and then we're going to come down to this last stitch where we're going to go into the top of that 3rd chain, which would be your double crochet. Do a double crochet, and we will stop there. Then you will just continue with this. Very easy, very quick. It took me, I don't know, a couple of hours, not just consistently working on it, but a couple of hours to get mine done using the 1 cake. Anytime I'm doing a prayer shawl, I do stop periodically, pray over the yarn again, pray over the project, and like I said, just continue working it. It's just kind of mindless crocheting. Actually, it really is. So just continue this pattern until you get it. If you're using 1 cake, it's going to be about 50 by 24, or do more cakes. But when you get it to the size that you want it, you come back and we will work together to finish this off. Okay, we have come up to the end of our prayer shawl. I have in this last chain 1 space, I've done my 3 double crochets and chained 1. Now I'm going to complete it with a double crochet in this top of what would be the double crochet. It's the third of 4 chains that we did. You're going to complete your double crochet, and then you're going to fasten it off. So to fasten it off, you just pull it through, snip your yarn, and pull it out. That gives it a knot. That's all the yarn I had left with this. Now with this one, and I don't know why it turned out this way, because it started off with the same measurements. This one had, let me look again, this one had 590 yards for this color, and for the Sea Breeze, the cupcake, it had also 590 yards. Same hook size. I don't know why, but same weight. They were both a 3 weight. I used the same hook size. I don't know why, but for the cupcake one, the Sea Breeze one, I ended up with 33 rows. For this one, I ended up with 35 rows. So this one is a little bit bigger. So just depending on, if you're using 1 cake, just depending on, I guess, the yarn, what your tension is, all that stuff, you may end up with more or less rows than we had with this. But this project is finished. We are going to, I've been praying over it. I prayed over the yarn when I started it. I've been praying over it through the process. And now we're going to finish it off by threading the yarning needle. I've already done a knot, so that's fine. So I'm just going to come through to weave in these ends, going back and forth. I'm going to go along the seam there, back and forth. Give it a little bit of a tug, not much. Don't want it to pull it up and make it too taut. Then I'm going to go in a different direction through some different stitches, come back through. Whatever the process is for you for weaving in your ends. I usually do things 3 times. I think I'm going to do it 4 for this one because it is a, it's not a tight stitch. You know, because it's the granny square, it's not a tight stitch. So let's do one more time through here. No, I'm going to do it another time because I don't know. I'm weird about stuff, guys. I don't like it being out on the end. So I'm going to come through again because I like my weaved ends to be on the inside of the project. For some reason, don't ask me. I don't know. There's not a rhyme or reason to it. Just my silly brain. So we're going to snip this yarn. Now we're going to come back to the beginning where we started. This is, of course, where we started with the magic ring. And we did not close it up that way. We left it flat. So we do have our tail here. We do need to secure it and weave in those ends as well. So thread your needle. Now I'm going to come through these 2 stitches here and pull it through this yarn to make that knot. So that gives it a good knot. I feel like it's secure that way. Now I can just weave in my ends, and I think I'll go this direction this time. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's whatever works good for you. Just make sure that you're going to get it good and secure. I mean, you know, it's going to be worn. You know, to wrap somebody in God's love. It can be washed, washed and dried, or laid flat to dry, hand washed. However, whatever yarn you have, whatever the manufacturer recommendation is for that yarn. But I like to weave it in really good. So did that, snip that yarn, and guys, we have finished. This color's turned out beautiful. This is the Banshee color, and it turned out beautiful. What a contrast to the colors in this Sea Breeze. You know, just made 2 beautiful, these 2 colors make beautiful, I think, shawls for this. So, easy project. Like I said in the beginning, it's one that you can just sit in front of TV and just mindlessly crochet. It's very relaxing because it's that granny square stitch. So it's just really easy. And I just really had fun making it. So enjoy this. I hope you have enjoyed watching this tutorial. I would love if you would subscribe to my channel. I am fairly new to YouTube. I have been crocheting for many years. 40, 50 years at least. But I've just started my YouTube channel. So I would love if you would subscribe to my channel, give me some love, like this video, and leave me comments. I really enjoy getting the comments. So I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been fun making it with you guys. And please subscribe again. Subscribe. I'm begging, aren't I? Sorry, guys. But please subscribe to my channel. And as always, happy crocheting.